welcome. Hello and welcome. It's Thursday night. Time for the GT series, the NAGP GT series, that is. And I'm here with Jack Ivey as usual. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jake. The big mid-season Spa final race here, endurance race, 58 laps. Welcome, Captain Clutch. Hope, thanks for joining us. And what do you think? What's going on tonight?
Well, we will see. One of the things that's going on tonight is a mix of strategies. Well, no.
Apparently so, but we're under the veil of secrecy, so we can't say anything until partway through the race, so we can't let you guys in on it in case you guys pass it on to some of those other guys.
You can see that on the board right now with the tires. Just in terms of what compound people are running, we got a mix of mediums and softs here, so yeah. Going to be exciting.
Well, I'm having a little difficulty, but we got 10 minutes to get things straightened out here. So, winners last week, Monty Montgomery. He went away. He ran away with that thing last week.
Yeah,
Kirkbride in second, Werner in third. I was really surprised to see that Corvette do as well as it did.
Yeah. Already finished that race? Fourth? No. Yeah, he was fourth. And then got up one. So yeah, that's good start there. Let's see if I can get in a good spot to look at the cars as we do the
Geez, Jake, I'm having some trouble on my too. Let's straighten this out.
Maybe you just need a restart?
I had here. I got you up on the screen. You're looking good there. My computer's not playing fair tonight, though. We're okay. Montgomery, Kirkbride, Werner, 1, 2, 3. Jolly Balls in fourth. Ludden in fifth. Quite a few penalties last week. It was a lot of action.
Zach Hefner's in fifth. Ludden's in sixth.
That's probably due to the penalties.
Yeah, must be. I think Ludden lost one spot. Ricker's starting in seventh spot. Brad Marys will start 8th. Chris Moses will start 9th. Matt Taylor starting 10th. And the guys with weight in the top 10, Kevin Kirkbride has 40 kilograms, quite a lot. Zach Hefner, his teammate, has 30 kilograms. And then Brad Marys has 20 kilograms as well. So quite a few of those guys may be contending with the weight. Maybe it'll decrease their pace a little bit. Maybe it's why Kirkbride and Hefner are running mediums when most people are running softs. Or part of the reason anyway. Jeremy Bryant's starting 11th. Dan Thorpe will start 12th. Omar Gomez 13th. Kovas Duvier will start 14th. Abe Wozniak 15th. Al Merriman 16th. David Poole 17th. Parsons 18th. Sam Rolfe just popped in. He's starting 19th. John McIntyre will be here. He's not here yet. He's got a couple minutes, but he'll start 20th. David Zahn starts 21st. Bjorn Heyman will start 22nd. Curtis Chandler 23rd. David Morrow, due to a penalty, due to cuts, is back here at the back and 24th. Iggy Cordia 25th, and Peter Zabo, due to an incident last race, is in the very back here, starting 26th. So these guys...
Yes, Peter Zabo, back of the pack.
These guys are
for his incident. But hey, Snowden got snapped. Olson, Kobus, Thorpe, Kobus again. They all got smacked a position for bad behavior out there.
Yeah, we've got several guys that will not be here, including Trevor Snowden, so we will see. That puts that.
You know, the other thing that was interesting too was that cut review. You know, I was surprised to see a couple of the guys. blew it. Parsons was one that really surprised me. I mean, he's usually a pretty, accurate driver. And Johnny Mack, he's another one that surprised me. So, Parsons, Rolfe, McIntyre, Zahn, and Heyman, Chandler, and Merrill, they all got nailed for excessive cuts. So it's surprising.
Yeah, a full lap penalty, I think. So, right. And I agree. I took that to mean that it was easier to cut there than it seemed, especially due to Parsons being on that list. Obviously, he's not a guy to throw away good results due to any kind of mistake.
No,
much less a cut.
And that was being asked up on the chat board as well, and that's why he's back there. But it is surprising, but it doesn't surprise me. Aaron, at the end of last week's race in the post-race chatter, was saying that, boy, he blew it in like the first 4 laps. He'd already blown it.
Interesting.
So, is Montgomery going to run away with this one?
No. Maybe, yes. I mean, Kevin Kirkbride's on mediums, right? So you got to say this at the start. Montgomery's got an advantage on the front row. Let's see what he can do here. He certainly wants to run away with it. Heard guys say his pace is great.
A little big shout out, my old co-host and host as well, Kenny Rodriguez is in the house. Good to see you here, Kenny.
Here we go. Okay. Clean. Oh, not so clean so far. One of the Snowden Studios cars goes way off. Looks like that was Al Merriman. Yes, it was. Made it through the hairpin okay.
Yeah, the back of the pack's looking not bad. Everybody's getting through. We got Brad Maris off to the side there at the top of Eau Rouge.
Man, it is busy up front. It looks like half the field is
and that puts Brad Maris right at the back.
Wow, bad start for those guys.
They are all stacked up. So Montgomery out in front with Werner and Kirkbride chasing him. Joliker, wow, holy jumping. He's up the back of Kirkbride trying to make a pass here, having a good look. Holding it tight and forcing Kirkbride wide. Gets her done.
Kirkbride told me, he said, I'm letting people by. Feels like this strategy is going to be best for him. He's going to be able to two-stop on those medium tires, but he's going to have less pace than the guys in the softs. So we will see if he can make that pay off.
Yeah, you don't want to let too many guys by.
No, you don't. But again, every one of these guys in the softs is going to pit earlier than Kevin, so if he can keep up with them, he can certainly get past them at about lap 15.
Well, they're coming down into the chicane for the first time. I'm just cycling my way back here just as an FYI, and it looks like they're all getting through pretty clean. Whoa! Curtis Chandler gave Brad Maris a little tap as Brad went by. That was...
Looks like Iggy got caught out, and then that's Kobus going backwards there.
And backwards fast all the way to the very back. Although, Al, where is Al Merriman? In the dirt, headed for
the pits.
the pits. Al Merriman in the pits.
Yeah, he got hit
1. He hasn't even completed lap.
He got hit
1
hard
yet.
at the start, yeah.
Oh, that wing is just absolutely, that car is a mess. Hood's flapping, tail section's a mess.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that. Well, he's not happy about that currently.
But reminiscent of last week, Montgomery's already opened up almost a 2-second lead in just over 1 lap.
We got quite a battle here for way back in the pack. Parsons, Wozniak, that's David Maros, and David Poole battling for 14th here.
Absolutely, and Parsons just went by Wozniak there. Yeah. But Abe's car is pretty beat up too. He looks like he's got a lot of rear end damage on his car, so he's going to need to get in the pits and get that fixed up. He's not going to be able to hold on for 15 laps. He's on medium, so he's, you know, he may try and stretch that out halfway, but holy smokes, I don't know if he can. 2-stopper.
Chris Moses in 9th is right up on the tail of Zach Hefner here. And so here we got another battle of the mediums versus the softs. Zach Hefner running the mediums with the Glickenhaus.
Boy, there's some really good battles going on back here. Just for your FYI, it looks like from position 12 to 16.
Yeah.
And Poole and Maros, they are nose to tail coming down through Eau Rouge, and there's a close bit going on through there. Holy jumping.
Chris Moses makes his way
Long
past.
race, boys. You're only 3 of 58.
Chris Moses is making his way past Zach Hefner if he can keep up with him on the straight. Zach Hefner's got the inside, but they're side by side. Chris Moses is ahead and slots in front there.
Makes it stick.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Good on Hefner there. You know, gave him room.
Yeah.
3 laps in, it's not the time to take a wreck, especially on the mediums if they're going for a long stint.
Yeah, exactly right. Towards the front, Ian Jolicoeur looks to be maintaining good pace, and the battle for 4th looks like it's about to heat up as Matt Taylor is off the track for some reason.
I got an intense battle back here from Parsons, Poole, Dan Thorpe. Dan Thorpe just got passed by 2 cars, Poole and Parsons, and they're closing in on David Maros. But Parsons all over David Poole's tailpipe. Well, just as a little FYI, Al Merriman has rejoined, and he is sitting behind Ian Jolicoeur, so he is a lap down, but it looks like he might have pace to stay ahead of Kirkbride if he can keep it up. But, of course, Kirkbride's going to get quicker as this stint goes on.
And he took the softs there.
A little farther back, we got Matt Taylor making a pass on Sean Ricker. And looks like he got it done.
Yep.
That is quite a little bit of a freight train going on there.
Yeah, that for 6th place.
Moses, Ricker, Taylor,
and John
Ludden, and Kirkbride.
Kirkbride leading that group on the medium tire. Now, as you said, he definitely
he might get a little quicker as it goes on.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely right.
There goes Taylor. Whoa! Sean Ricker takes Chris Moses out. He loses it. Chris goes into the wall. He's definitely got damage, and Chris pushes it off into the gravel, trying to hold that corner. Moses now with trouble, and Hefner closing in on him.
Bad luck for Chris Moses there.
Well, it is. He's got a damaged Porsche, and he's got Peter Szabo, who has come all the way from the back of the pack. Szabo now up to 8th on the inside. No chance for Chris to get into the pits there, so maybe Chris is going to try and get to a pit window.
Well, at this point, on the soft tire, we'll just have to see what his lap time looks like, because it really looked like he hit the wall hard. You see, he totally missed the
And he did. There. He can't hold the corners, and he's just given up 2 positions to Szabo and Hefner. A little farther up, Matt Taylor got a run on Kirkbride down the Kemmel Straight. And as you said, you know, you're in that chair for a reason. You said Kirkbride was going to let him go, and that wasn't much of a fight there.
Different tire, different strategy. I think he's got his eye on the ball, and he's focused on the long race.
I'm a little farther back here, just grabbing some of the action. Parsons just went by Sam Rolfe. Oh, geez, and Sam Rolfe's got his hands full with David Poulin behind him. So there from 9 to 14, there is a freight train going. Going to be some action going on back here.
Wow, what a...
Just an FYI, no sense in going to that action, but Montgomery is now 4.5 seconds over Werner. But Jolicoeur is trying to keep Werner honest, and he's only a second or so back of Andrew Werner, who's in second.
Yeah, as usual,
and those 3 are gap in the field.
As usual, Jack, the show is in the middle. You guys really
it's busy back there.
Racing hard, yeah. We've got Parsons on Moses now. Moses, of course, going to let him by. With the damage.
Poole just went around Jeremy Bryant, who's just in behind those guys. Moses staying out. He's going to try and get to his window.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at his lap time. 2:23. That's a pretty big penalty, but he did let his teammate by.
Well, you know, he definitely doesn't want to, you know, pick up an extra stop. I mean, he is on the softs. He knows if he can hang in for another 8 laps, he'll lose 20 seconds, but he probably lose a little bit more, a lot more than that by going in and getting that damage repaired.
50, at least 50 seconds to get the pit stop done. So yeah, absolutely right.
Of course I'm right. That's what you hired me for. The color commentator. Come on now.
All right, Jolicoeur's
so in the middle of where are you out on track there?
Werner. I'm watching Jolicoeur now. I just picked up his advance.
Well, you know, of all the cars out there on the track, that might be one of the cars that could possibly run down Montgomery. Although Werner had a wonderful race. I mean, you know, putting that vet in on the podium, I think that's quite a drive. I think it was great for Andrew to get up there into P2. And, man, anything can happen here. You know, this is a track of death. One wrong move going through Eau Rouge and you're toast.
Right.
Where are you there, brother?
I was watching Sean Ricker as he was getting close to Bryant, but not anymore. Hopping back up with Jolicoeur here, although that gap seems pretty stable. Parsons is about to battle Zach Hefner, so we'll hop back to this.
Absolutely.
On the inside, not so much. Hefner wide.
Yeah, but forced Hefner into a terrible exit off that chicane and makes it work.
Wow. In the back looks like Poole's getting by Rolf on the exit of the chicane. Barely see him back there.
Yep. Did it, and clean. The two cars are clean, and down through Eau Rouge they go. Good exit by Sam Rolfe coming up onto the Kemmel Straight. I don't know if he's close enough to grab a draft off a Poole, but just, you know, a fraction behind for a good enough draft. But nice run he had off there. But back up for P2. Jolicoeur's giving some heat to Werner.
Yeah, you know, that keeps looking like he's going to get up there. And then every time I look, the gap's about a second and it's stable. But now it's down to 0.7. 0.8. 1 second. Yeah. I think they're in a hurry, Jack, but they are just about matching each other on pace. Jolicoeur maybe 2/10 faster on the last lap. But I'm not sure he can maintain that. We'll see. Watch this guys for a little while we wait for another battle on track.
I have no idea what Montgomery's got in the tank, to be honest with you. He is clearly a second a lap faster than everybody else out on track.
Right. He talked like he had something, you know? So, I guess he does. We'll see if it can last him the whole race. We've got quite a long ways to go here. Jolicoeur closes the gap. Last lap at 2:18.4.
Giving it all through Eau Rouge, and it looks like he might have enough here.
Might be close enough here.
No, he's backed off a little bit.
Huh.
Well, you know what? He knew he didn't have enough, and that it would be a schmozzle to get up there, and they both lose time, both of them. So, smart driving there, and good choice, Ian. They both would have lost time off of that, and all that's playing into the hands of runaway Salem Montgomery.
Yeah,
Junior.
Right.
I don't know if I should be calling him Monty or Junior or Salem or what, but we're going to find a good name for him up there. Speedy is a good name right now.
Yeah, I'm used to calling him Salem.
Ricker going by Jeremy Bryant to take over P14. And, you know, it's unfortunate for Al with his problems there early. He's hanging in there. He's still, you know, he's a lap down, but he's sitting just behind Matt Taylor, who's in P4 right now.
Maintaining his position. Oh, Chris Moses really suffering.
Yeah, I caught that. I caught that. A little wide. He is just. I think he's made the right decision, but I bet you that car's a handful right now.
Yeah, I bet it really is. Sabo by 11.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few passes there at at the chicane tonight.
Yeah. Just behind Zabo's, or just behind Ludden now is David Maros, who is, I'll tell you what, you know who else has turned a lap nearly as fast as Salem? That's David Maros. 17.675 versus a 17.569. So Salem's got him by a 10th, but that is a quick lap time.
Szabo as well. I mean, you know, you got to mention he started 24th. He's now in 6th.
Yeah.
And he's gone up to P6 going through traffic too. You know, Salem's out in front running in free air right now. It's going to be, might be a little different story when he gets held up, you know, trying to get through this lap traffic. But my hat's off to Peter Szabo for picking up 18 positions in 9 laps.
Yeah.
Well, I just rode along there for the better part of a lap with Salem Montgomery, and he is turning in some dandy laps. There's no doubt about it. Very consistent and really fast. $10 out of 58. You want to give them a little bit of a rundown before we get into the pit lane rotation?
Yeah, let's give them a rundown. We're on board right now with your leader, Salem Montgomery Jr., who we don't get to talk about much just because he's moving so quickly at this point. And it's 8 seconds ahead of P2. Andrew Werner is in 2nd. Ian Jolicoeur is in 3rd. Matt Taylor, 4th place. Kevin Kirkbride, 5th place. Peter Szabo's in 6th and advancing, although John Ludden wants his spot back. Thank you very much. David Maros is
big time. Yeah. Big time.
David Maros is in 8th. We're going to watch this for a second and see if that draft is going to be enough for John.
Yeah, he's right in the draft now. Can't quite close it, but he is so close.
Yeah, not going to be enough, so he'll stay behind Szabo for the time being. Maros, as we said, in 8th. Parsons is in 9th place. Zach Hefner is in 10th position ahead of Chris Moses with his damage in 11th, hanging on to 11th, ahead of David Poole in 12th. Sam Rolfe is in 13th place. Sean Ricker's in 14th after that incident with Moses. Jeremy Bryant's in 15th. Iggy Jordy is in 16th after his trouble early on. Dan Thorpe is in 17th. Brad Marys, we saw him get in that big accident. He's 18th. He's still got... no, he doesn't. I think he's actually... No, he's still got damage on the car. I swear, I could have sworn he had a cracked windshield a little while ago, but no, maybe it's just the front end. Omar Gomez is in 19th. Bjorn Heyman's in 20th. Clovis DeVA in 21st. Curtis Chandler's hanging on to 22nd. Abe Wozniak, after his pit stop, is in 23rd, and Al Merriman likewise had to pit and is in 24th. So back up to the middle.
Yeah, back up to the, you know, we've got David Merosh, John Ludden, and Zabo. And Merosh on the inside of Ludden. Gets the job done. Well, Ludden's probably feeling a little less pressure because that was a Lambo sandwich with Audi filling there for a while there. He had green all around him.
We are coming up on what would have been the end of the qualifying race last week, 12 laps. And, you know, everybody was on the softs for the most part. I don't remember if...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the scuttlebutt was they weren't worth much more than 12, so these guys, if they're pushing too hard, there might not be a lot left when they get to around 15.
Right, that's what I was thinking, although temperatures are cooler, the track's cooler, but yeah, that's no guarantee. So, looks like the gaps are stabilizing a little bit. There's Moses. Still would like to work his way by having damaged car or not.
Took it right out of my mouth there, boss.
He's turned his fastest lap at this point, so either he's figured out what the damage has done to the car and is accommodating, or the fuel has burned off at this point to accommodate for that, to compensate that is for that damage.
Well, you got to remember too, you know, Hefner's carrying 30 Ks.
Oh yeah, that's
as well. So if he's got you know, big fuel load, medium tires, and 30K, doing well to be sitting there in P10. You know, the same with Kirkbride. You know, in 5th position, he's carrying 40 Ks. And you know, he's sitting pretty good in 5th right now, but he's got Zabo. Zabo's going to be up his tailpipe very shortly.
I'm curious to see at what point if the medium tire will be faster than the softs as the soft guys reach the end of their stint, or if the medium advantage is really going to be in the one fewer pit stops they have to take. Salem's on the softs, 12 laps, and Kirkbride's our first guy on the mediums, and he's 22 seconds behind. So at that pace, the 3-stop would win, I think. The extra stop's about 50 seconds to a minute. You're taking more than a second a lap, so that puts the soft guys ahead, but we will see after that first stop.
Well, you know what? The pit stops are always dangerous, especially here. You know, if you go in, you tap the wall, you got extra damage to contend with. You know, you overshoot your pit box. You know, we saw that happen with Chris Moses last week in the race. You know, anything can happen. You know, so man, I hate those extra pit stops. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I'm with you there,
Jack.
Where
are you out there, boss?
I am watching Kevin Kirkbride.
And a good place to be because Zabo's closed that gap up pretty quick.
Yeah, it really has, and he's on the soft tire. That's why I'm speculating at the endurance at this point in the race with those tires, the softs versus the mediums. Who's going to have the advantage this lap? Who's got the advantage at lap 15? Although certainly after Zabo pits, Kevin Kirkbride's ahead. In fact, he'll be ahead of the whole field at that point. So we will see. I'm excited to have 2 and 3 stop strategies here, Jack. I think that's a great addition to the endurance race format, that we got choices for you guys to make.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Choice is always good, and it makes it interesting. You know, and it plays out for later races too on strategy as well. So it keeps everybody on their toes. Well, it's going to be interesting with Szabo and Kirkbride down through this pass through Eau Rouge. Who can get off this first corner quickest? Oh, and Kirkbride lets Szabo go. And looks like he's going to hold up Maros.
Yeah, maybe so.
What are you laughing about?
Those guys don't always get along, Jack. I don't know if you want to throw fuel on that. No, but yeah, I think Maros is a little too far back there to get by.
Well, you know I pretty much stay out and away, other than the broadcast, away from any of this. I don't even know what this Discord thing is. I sort of stay out of this stuff. I don't get involved later on, and I just want to stick to what's going on the track. What I say are my own opinions and not of NAGP or any other driver. So
Sure.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they don't care. But no, you're absolutely right.
But it did look like he shut the door there.
I don't think
I'm just calling it as it is.
I don't think he'll let David
let
by.
Peter go flying by and said nope to David. Sorry.
No, I don't think he'll let David by.
He's happy to be a Lambo sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right about that. That's why I was laughing.
A little farther back, just as a little FYI, although that race in between is still going on. Sean Ricker spent the last couple of laps trying to get around Sam Rolfe, and Sam's not making it easy there in that BMW of his.
Yeah, Ricker taking an unconventional line there.
Well, both of them on softs, and you know, they might be getting a little slippery right around now.
Started lap 14, which means the guys that are stopping 3 times, they're going to have 4 stints. 2 of those stints will be 14 laps, most likely. And 2 of those stints will be 15 laps. So Chris Moses, if he wants to get that damage repaired, as David Maros gets by Kevin on the same part of the track as Peter did.
Yeah, Moses is in.
Okay.
Moses in the pits.
Moses is in after 13 laps. He'll do 3 15-lap stints.
Montgomery stayed out. His lead is now 13 seconds. Werner's done a great job there, holding off Ian Jolicoeur, who's been the pest of pests for Werner tonight. Keeping him honest. You know, got some Italian hardware chasing some American hardware there, so good racing going on there. They'll both be tired.
Abe Wozniak out.
Oh! Sorry to see that, to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on it. We don't really need to say too much more about it, but I'm going to keep my eye on Al Merriman to see if he tanked up and is going to go maybe a little longer. But he's still out on soft, so
yeah, he's on the
we'll
soft.
have to wait and see.
I expected him to maybe switch up the tire and try something different, but I guess not.
Yeah, like maybe a medium and take a long stint, you know, to sort of negate that short stop.
Yeah, but it was a short stop after
that would have been my strategy.
Well,
but
it's a short stop after one lap, so he didn't have any, you know, it wasn't like he could, it would have had to be a really long stint. I'm not sure they can do that even on the medium tires, so. Anyway, Ricker's still trying to get by Sam Rolfe.
Of course, cut rule is in effect today. And after the cuts from the quali race, you know, they all look pretty clean coming through here, so maybe they've learned their lesson, but, you know, I don't know about that.
Wow, Sam
David Marosh in the pits. David Poole in the pits.
None of the guys up front have pitted yet.
No, but it should be, you know, unless he's, you know, oh, we got a car off the track. That is Curtis Chandler is out there playing around off track somewhere. I don't know what he's doing there. Car looks okay. So was just fooling around, maybe just taking a little break. Kurt having a little break out there. Omar Gomez in the pits, getting that beat up BMW fixed up.
Sean Ricker got by Sam
Careful,
Rolfe.
Omar, going out.
Ricker got by Rolfe for 10th, but Rolfe is keeping him honest here.
Well, good on Sean, because Sam made him work for it, that's for sure. That's like maybe 3, 4, or 5 laps he's been trying to get by there. Your leader is in the pits. And boy, just barely kept it off the wall there.
Werner pits. Jolicoeur pits. I'm assuming Taylor is going to do the same. Oh, Taylor stays out. Dabo pits. Kirkbride stays out. Of course, Ludden stays out on the medium tire. So, puts Taylor in first, Kirkbride in second, and Ludden in third place for now. As Sam Montgomery Jr. just now peels out. And he's going to be about 10 seconds behind these guys. Oh no, excuse me. He's only 4 seconds behind John Ludden at this point. So things are looking good, Jack, for the soft tire strategy.
Yes, yes, indeed it does.
Well, especially for the fastest guy on track, which is currently Salem Montgomery Jr.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, everybody should have cycled through by now.
Matt Taylor has not stopped.
Oh, you are correct.
Yeah.
And he's on softs too, so obviously he's thinking the car's handling well enough to stretch it out maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
And Kirkbride.
Kirkbride, Ludden, and Kirkbride and Ludden are on the softs, and Hefner, excuse me, the medium tire, and they will pit at lap 19 or 20. They are going to two-stop. So they are taking one fewer pit stops.
Well, Montgomery's only 5 seconds behind him, so
yeah, so it hasn't paid off.
They got a peddler up.
Although I will tell you, Kevin said he did not want to get on the podium. He doesn't want more than 40 kilograms. He said fourth, you don't get more, that's fine, but more than 40 kilograms, he thinks is too much on the car, and frankly, he's probably right. They don't feel good when they're that heavy.
You know, these top drivers, you know, it amazes me how the guys at the very top of this game can handle his weight and carry it around. Man, I sure can't. I can't handle any weight. Mind you, when I look down, I can see I can handle some weight pretty good. So, Belt's doing a good job for me tonight. I'm telling you that.
Okay.
Taylor in the pits.
Taylor in the pits. Kirkbride's first.
Ricker's coming out right behind him. No, Ricker's just coming in. So those guys squeezed out a couple of laps extra.
Yeah.
Don't know quite reason why, but they did. So we got Mr. Wozniak in the chat room. What happened there? Type it out for us there, brother. We'll post her up.
What happened, Dave? So, Salem Montgomery Jr. is coming up on this medium party. His lap time looks like on full tanks. He does have, he's got more fuel and much better tires than these guys at this point, so.
He just has much better speed all around. You know, a second a lap is just incredible. I don't know, what is your secret, Salem Montgomery?
Brad's in the chat too. Where is he?
No, that's Go Get Head. I don't know who that is, but I don't know if he's talking about a frothy beer or what.
Oh no, Brad's 14.
Absolutely. Brad Mayer is chasing down Aaron Parsons, who's chasing down Dan Thorpe. Montgomery getting ready to put some serious heat on John Ludden.
Yeah, that is one battle I don't want to miss right now, so we are switching over. As Salem tries to retake his lead, you definitely say he's earned so far. He turned his fastest lap last lap, so he's clearly not so affected by the fuel.
Yeah, but this is the first time in 30 laps of Spa that we've actually seen Salem race for position.
Correct.
Done a great job running out there and clearing air, but let's see what Salem can do. He's got two cars to overtake here, and John's holding his lines and trying to keep it together.
You're absolutely right, Jack. This guy's work cut out for him.
This is going to be very interesting going through Eau Rouge right now.
Oh, late braking into the hairpin. That looks scary.
Whoa, all out of shape for John Ludden going through there, and that's going to allow Salem to get in his draft.
Yeah, it is.
All over the limiter there.
Yeah, we've noticed that with Salem's tune here. Even last week, he is on the limiter at the end of the straights. Really interesting.
Maybe that's part of his secret.
I'm wondering if he's going to try and pass these guys, or if he's just going to play it safe and wait for them to pit. Because the thing is, they're not slow. John Ludden 2:19.1. I guess it's not fast either compared to Salem's pace. But he certainly seems content.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
He certainly seems content to stay behind these guys, and if we're being honest, he's got time. He's way closer to them than he needs to be to win the race. They needed to have really still have a significant advantage at this point. But they have equal stops to make left now.
Mr. Curtis Chandler is said goodnight.
Ride. One more lap. Blood. One more lap. Dan Montgomery has to wait. Or he has to make a pass. One of the two, his choice. You think on the soft, 2:20 last lap. You think on the soft tire, he can get past these guys. He's certainly got the pace. Go 2.5 seconds.
Well, he's going to have to pick his spot, you know, and do it cleanly, because if not, you know, one little off, and that's going to put Hefner and Werner right up his tailpipe. And these guys, you know, they're going to have to watch that cut there. They're coming real close, you know, through that old rouge there.
Yeah, I didn't see if he made it that time, but both of them cut it last lap. So, yeah. Pretty easy to go, just a little too wide there. You only have to keep one.
Yeah, especially when you're getting pressured. You know, it's you know, hard to keep it smooth when you got somebody that fills up your entire rearview mirror.
Right.
Just an FYI, a little farther back, Ian Jolicoeur and Andrew Werner are in 5 and 6, but I did watch them, you know, play nice together out there on the track, so I'm expecting them to play nice together as well.
These guys, you know, Ian was a dedicated sub for Andrew and David's team a handful of times last season. They're really good friends, so I don't think we're going to see a rambunctious Ian Jolicoeur passing attempt here.
Oh, we've got contact. Sam Rolfe and David Merrill. Boy, oh boy, that almost looked like a leg. David Merrill's got through okay.
Salem is so close to John Ludden here. I can't believe he hasn't gone for the pass.
Again, the smart move is just wait for him to pit.
Kirkbride pits.
And there he goes.
Ludden pits. Dale Montgomery Jr. first place. He's going to take another 2:20 for the trouble. 2:19.5. And that was Hefner heading in.
Hefner in. Yep. Kirkbride in. Werner. No, Werner's out. Oh, sorry. Werner's staying out. Got excited there. Sorry about that.
Yep. No, everybody else, at least as far as the top 10 is concerned, is on that soft tire. Saw somebody shoot in there.
Yeah, I got Kirkbride, Hefner, Ludden.
That's Rolfe.
Yep, Sam Rolfe.
Wow, Sam Rolfe on the softs hadn't pitted yet.
Whoa. Geez, very interesting. So, what's he going to do here? A long, short, or?
I don't know. Well, if he can go 20 laps from the soft.
Who was that? Who came in? Somebody else came in a vet. Who was in the yellow vet there?
That would be
Dan Thorpe.
Thorpe, yep. He's on the
Dan Thorpe.
So Kevin Kirkbride came out 7th, ahead of Parsons. Parsons split him and Ludden. Ludden doesn't have to deal with Salem Montgomery Jr. anymore, but he is on the tail of Aaron Parsons.
So Zavo up to 5th. Great ride there. Holy jumping! I still can't believe that 24 to 5. It's a great ride. And, you know, Peter Zavo's lap time, 2:17.7, very close to Montgomery's 2:17.5.
Yeah, David Maros is a bit quicker. Not quicker than Montgomery, but quicker than Zavo on his fastest lap. Zavo seems to have been a little more consistent so far this race. He did start behind David Maros, and now he's about 5 seconds ahead of his teammate there.
Mr. Wozniak, I will download the livery pack and install that for you. So obviously my cars are a different color than your cars, but hey, they don't pay me enough to get on top of all this stuff here. And I did have a 3.5-hour drive just to show up for tonight's feature race. And that means a 3.5-hour drive back to good fishing tomorrow. Moses all over David Poole, coming around turn 1, heading down the chute into Eau Rouge. Oops, a little bit of a cut there, Chris, but we'll just add that one up to your other 6 and put you down the lap. Moses on the outside. Poole on the inside. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Oh, big bobble there from Chris Moses. Too wide again. Too wide again in the next corner. Oh, guys, you know, you've got 36 more laps to go here. Holy jumping, one bump and it's going to be just disaster for both of you. But Chris Moses finally gets by. David Poole did not make that easy, though.
No, he didn't.
Great action, though, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, no kidding.
My heart still goes out there for Big Al, you know, all the way down there in 22nd. Not much you can do about it, though, and good on him for carrying on.
He took a pit stop on lap 21, suggesting that he has switched over to the 2-stop strategy. And he's going to try it on the softs. Or, yeah, 2 stops. Well, if you don't count his stop for damage. So we'll see if he can move up any. Ian Jolicoeur is getting really close to Andrew Werner at this point.
Yeah, you know, a good battle going on here, but, you know, 2 guys who are as you said, you know, Ian does a lot of sub work for this.
Yeah, they're friends. It's not
this combination. So I mean, a safe guy to run with. But I'm sure if Ian's got much more pace, that we might see that position swap.
Right.
Now P8 and P7, Kirkbride and Parsons. you there, boss?
I'm watching Kirkbride and Parsons. At this point, Kevin's got to make one more stop, and Parsons has to make 2. So, looking good for Montgomery Jr. Maybe back to Ian Jolikor. And Taylor's got 20 seconds. It's too early to call on the strategies, Jack. I don't know where it's going to go. Start doing some math.
Yeah, I just watched Salem go through Eau Rouge there. Another close one. You can bet that they're going to scrutinize those really closely. But holy jumping, he is flying now with a 2:17.4.
That is a quick lap time.
Parsons gets by Kirkbride. But Kirkbride on the Camel got a run on Parsons. I don't know if he's going to exercise that run. It looks like he's backing it off a little bit. Not enough, he says.
Let's see. If you look at the pace, Parsons is about half a second a lap faster than Kirkbride, but that's not enough. So I think Kevin, if they both maintain their pace and neither of these guys run into trouble, I think Kevin has the advantage right now on his strategy by the end of the race, just by being level with Parsons this phase. And it's really Montgomery Jr. almost certainly is going to beat him, because Montgomery has that really incredible pace of a 2:17 at almost every lap. I say almost every. Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple mistakes in there. 2:17 on about 19 or 20 out of 23 laps. So, yeah. And there's another one.
Yeah. Great drive for Salem tonight.
I think he did 500 laps in practice, something like that. Pays off.
He did 500 laps of, I'm not sure what track it was. It was a shorter track. I think it was most for it, I think. I'm not sure. But said that practice, taught him a lot on his car setup.
That's right.
And he said he figured out how to make it work. And it is definitely showing that he's got this car running.
Yep. Taking a peek back at the battle for 7th. Maybe it's a battle for 8th at this point. As Kirkbride didn't get a great exit there.
Well, Ludden is not that much far back from Kirkbride at this point either, right. So it's really a three-way battle for P7. A little bobble here and there, and anything can happen. So we're almost a few laps from our halfway point tonight.
Yes, indeed.
The big endurance race. Yeah, just a little heads up for everybody. I think the Monday night crowd is moving over to Spa next Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Next Monday, no. Next Monday is Silverstone.
Silverstone.
Yep. And after that, are we doing Spa? That I actually don't know. Spa's coming up, but I don't know when it is. But it's going to be a good one.
I think it is after.
I think it
might be after Silverstone.
I think it is after Silverstone, so that's going to be a good one. Everybody likes this track. Except for Abe Wozniak, for some reason. Still in chat or not?
He was there a few jabs ago, so he might still be around, yeah.
Abe, you're wrong. So, Jolcor. Nope, not that close. Just a second gap there. These gaps are stable right now. Everybody's got a second ahead and a second behind them. Just about.
Yeah, it's that 7, 8, 9. That's where the most of the action is. Although Poole has been chasing down Zach Hefner for P12. And Omar Gomez is trying to put a run on Dan Thorpe. Although, Omar, your car is absolutely a mess. The only thing that's good on that car is the glass. That's it. The rest of it's just a mess.
He didn't get any faster after his pit stop. I wonder if he didn't repair damage.
Good point, and you're probably right there. And he's probably cursing himself for not checking it off. And ready to fire his pit crew. I'd fire mine, but there's nobody left who will pit for me, so I'm sort of stuck with the idiots I had on Monday night. Didn't help at all. But guys, you got themselves spread out, which is not surprising. It's a big, long track.
Yes, it is. And we will see the pits shuffle everything
there,
back up.
Peter Szabo. Somebody wants to see Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Go show you Szabo.
Yeah, he's doing great. From 26th up to 5th place. And actually, he did that in the first 15 laps of the race. He's been pretty much in the same spot since then, barring pits.
Yeah, both him and Matt Taylor are turning some pretty decent times here. You know, he's had a little bit of trouble earlier on in the season, you know, and hasn't had the finishes he should have. Showing some great speed, some great pace around the different tracks we've had so far. So, you know, if he can keep it together, I'm gonna say this guy's gonna be contending for many podiums to come here.
Szabo, keep it clean. That was a good one. David Poole on Hefner, maybe not. David Poole's got some damage. Rear wings bent, some of his windshields are broken. Wings not bent, it's just curved.
Yeah, it looked like he had a big side slapper. Glass on the driver's side's all smashed to bits. And that can't be a fun car to drive right now.
No, it can't.
Ludden getting close to Kirkbride. And both these guys are on mediums.
Yep, these guys are on. These are the leading guys. This is 1 and 2 on the other strategy, the two-stop strategy on medium tires. So if that is the winning strategy, these guys would win. But I think at this point we see at least Salem and probably Werner and Jolcor as well are ahead of these guys on pace, even with the extra pit stop. Now, Taylor, Szabo, and Maros, I'm not sure. And Parsons, I feel like Kirkbride and Ludden have him beat because they're matching him on pace. Taylor's got about 23 seconds, or about halfway through. So if Taylor can maintain that pace, he can stay ahead. But, you know, that's just barely. Thinking about a 50-second pit window. One extra stop.
Well, that's what we're paying you the big bucks for, is to figure this whole thing out right to the end. And there you have it, folks. Jake's called the race already.
No, well, so yeah, okay, so Montgomery, Werner, Jolicoeur, Kirkbride. Yeah, maybe that'll be it. Maybe Kirkbride will get P4. We'll see. He can, but Taylor could just as easily beat him. So that's where I think that's where his strategy is going to put him after everybody's last pit stop. Is battling Taylor or Sabo.
Well, again, just a little FYI, you know, that's a great job by Captain Kirk out there.
Yeah.
Keeping Ludden behind him. They're both on the mediums. We know the Audi's quick. You know, Salem showed us that that car is fast. But Kirkbride's carrying the extra 40K.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, considering the weight, he's got really incredible pace this race. With 40K on a medium tire, so. Excuse me, he didn't seem very interested in taking extra weight into next week, so. He may end up right where he wants to be in terms of finishing order. Able to drop a little bit of that weight. Kind of make a tactical decision, I think, for next week. Because this isn't an easy race to win. That's for sure.
Now, these endurance races are, you know, geez, Brad Maris has, you know, made it pretty clear, you know, throughout all the years I've been around here that, you know, if you keep it clean and keep it between the lines and stay out of trouble, you know, that's what you have to do to put yourself in a position to finish well. And as long as you do that, you know, you're going to finish pretty well. And we can see we've had some guys lost through attrition. So keep it clean and run your race, and you should be okay and end up well in the points.
Coming up, Salem Montgomery Jr. Starting lap 29. About halfway through lap 29 here. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, he is all over that rev limiter at the end of the Kemmel Straight there.
I think he's not going to pit at the end of this lap, but at the end of next lap. I might be wrong on that one, but we'll see. And that'll be really interesting because Kirkbride's 48 seconds back. And I don't know precisely how long the pit window is, but I know it's about, I think it's about 50 seconds. Maybe it's a little more than 50 seconds. So that'll be interesting to see when Salem does come in, if he comes out ahead or behind of Kevin Kirkbride. And Matt Taylor stayed out until the end of lap 16. So he's got a little extra time if he wants to go to the front again and lead a lap or two before he stops.
You know, just a little info there. I just want to throw this out to you. You know, Salem's, you know, in lap and out lap, you know, for his pit stop there. It's only 36 seconds.
30 seconds there, 6 seconds there. Yeah, that's not a lot, Jack. It's less than 50 by a lot. Wow.
Well, Werner's is right there too. Werner's like 35 seconds, so that's about the window there, and I guess that is a no damage pit stop.
All right, Salem keeps going for lap 30. He's coming up on lap traffic here. Problem. Yeah, it's all over the rev limiter. That's so interesting. That's faster.
Well, hey, you guys, pay attention to that. Maybe you want to shorten up your gearing a little bit and run that pit, that rev limiter out.
David Maros is in the pits. His pit stop took 21.5 seconds.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Yeah. Last Delta was about 31, yeah, about 36, 37 seconds, so.
Iggy Chartier in the pits.
Zabo's all alone on track. Most part.
Well, he's got Taylor in front of him, and they're coming up to lap traffic. Taylor just went around Omar Gomez, but Peter Szabo is going to close up onto Omar really quickly. Good spot to get a run on Omar, though. But he's probably going to end up catching him in the chicane.
Salem Montgomery Jr. in the pits. And that means this is the moment of truth, Jack. Warner goes in, Jolicoeur in, Taylor goes in, Szabo goes in. Yeah, Montgomery's coming out.
22.6.
That's a little bit longer, about 1 second longer, and he's out of pit lane. He was in the first stall. So yeah, he's got plenty of time on Kevin Kirkbride at this point. And we would expect for him to have a faster pace as well, so that's everything's looking good for Salem.
Werner is away.
Good for Werner too. And Jolicoeur right behind these guys. And Matt Taylor for that matter. I think my prediction's already wrong. Kirkbride's got quite a challenge ahead of him if he intends to hang on to 4th place.
Yep, they're going to have to drive masterfully or hope for a bit of a disaster out there in front, but the way Salem's driving this track, I'm not going to bet on a disaster. He's just driving it too well.
Yeah, but I think that Kirkbride is going to have to... I think Kirkbride's going to end up behind these guys that are within 10 seconds behind him on softs. You know, they've had great pace. Take a look at Matt Taylor's times. 17.6 versus Kirkbride's 18.8, so that's more than a second a lap. But that's best lap, and nobody's turning their best lap right now. Kirkbride's close, but Taylor's full of fuel.
Well, you know, not surprising. I mean, they have put in 31 laps. So, Montgomery, Kirkbride, London, and Werner. And Jolicoeur still sitting behind Andrew Werner.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? It's interesting because he looks a little bit faster, doesn't he?
You know, it looked like he eased off on the throttle there a few times, you know, that we've seen, but again, long race. You know, maybe in the last, 4 or 5 laps is when you say, okay, I'm going to take that spot. I'm quicker. I can hang with you for the whole race, but I'll just grab it at the end. There's no sense pushing it because I don't think he has the pace to catch up to Montgomery.
That's right, and they'll both catch Ludden and Kirkbride. That's a good point. Although now he's right, as we say that, Jack, he's right up on his tail. Look at that.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're in the same channel.
Yep, they do run the same channel. I don't, yeah. Right.
And just as a little FYI, they are definitely right at this point, at that last moment, in communication with each other. I can't divulge what they're talking about, but just let me tell you, they are talking to each other.
Yeah.
So a capacity crowd out there in our viewers' land. You can see here, definitely had some space here. There was probably some subs. I'm pretty sure I saw people looking for subs. There's also room on Monday night for racing at NAGP. Open wheel action that's fast and absolutely bloody furious there on Monday night. So if you'd like to join in, I'll only throw you your first race penalty of $20K and get in on the action.
Yeah. Quite a surprise.
Whoa, farther back. 12, 13, 14, Moses, Rolf, and Sean Ricker. Sean Ricker just gave Sam Rolf a little love tap and pushed him out wide, but, oh, he's going by. No harm, no foul. Looks like there's no damage there. Cars look great.
Sam Rolfe seemed to let him by. I wonder if he felt like he did something wrong there. Sam Rolfe's one of those courteous guys that if he feels like he's wrong, he'll let you pass. Anyway, keeping an eye on Jolicoeur, Taylor, and Peter Szabo as he goes alongside Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor hanging on to that
Taylor
spot.
And just like shot back out, like he was shot out of a gun there. Or it might have been that Szabo pulled the plug and said, "I'll wait for a better opportunity."
Well, you know what we didn't mention. Now pit stops to cycle through. We probably should run through the order again. Sam Montgomery Jr., we talked about it, just dominating the race with pace at this point. On the soft tire, on the 3-stop strategy, he is well ahead. He's got one more stop to make, and he'll be making that stop after lap 44, but he should be smooth sailing from here on out. Kirkbride likewise has one more stop to make, but he's on the 2-stop strategy on the medium tire, and he will stop after lap 39 or 40. So a little bit of an interesting mix this race. Likewise for John Ludden. So we will see where those guys end up. They can't maintain the pace normally of the guys on the softs, but right now they're doing a decent job of it. Andrew Werner turning a 18.3, John Ludden turning a 19.0, Kirkbride turning a 19.4. So maybe that's a slow lap by these guys because they had been doing that consistently. They'd have already been caught up by Andrew Werner in 4th and Ian Jolicoeur in 5th position. And as Jack said, those guys, not teammates, but basically teammates. So they're in the same chat. They're talking to each other right now. Matt Taylor's fought his way up to 6th, and he's having to deal with Peter Szabo, who came all the way from the back. It's running a great race. Hefner's the third guy on the medium tire. He hasn't had the same pace as his teammate, and so he's back here in 8th place. David Maros, likewise, a little bit slower than his teammate, and in 9th. Aaron Parsons is hanging on to 10th. Brad Marys is up to 11th at this point, so he's improved after fixing his damage. Chris Moses is in 12th. Sean Ricker, 13th. Cam Roll, 14th. David Poole, 15th. Bjorn Heyman's in 16th, coming up the hill. Iggy Chordia behind him in 17th. Dan Thorpe's in 18th. Jeremy Bryant is in the pits in 19th position. Cobus DeVille is in 20th, about to be in 19th. And Omar Gomez is in 21st. Can't forget Al Merriman in 22nd. This one not.
Zabo still chasing down Matt Taylor.
This race probably not going the way Al wanted it to. Pit cycles in a 3-hour race. The guys on the softs, Kenny, are stopping 3 times actually. They stopped lap 14 or 15, and then they stopped at lap 29 or 30, and they're going to stop one more time. And for the guys on the mediums, they're stopping twice. They stopped at the end of lap 19 or 20, and they'll stop at the end of lap 39 or 40, and then go to the end of the race. So everybody on track at this point has one more pit stop to make. But we're still going to see that difference in pace between the guys on the softs, or we should, the guys on the softs and the guys on the medium tires. Andrew Werner and Jolicoeur just steadily advance on John Ludden and Kevin Kirkbride.
Yeah, good strategy to work together.
Yeah, don't get side by side. Don't go for pass attempts. We're just focusing on pace. And then we're going to get by these guys. That means both Andrew Werner and Ian Jolicoeur have 2 spots to gain. And they'll both be on the podium. Not a bad deal if you're Ian Jolicoeur.
Well, yeah, but, there's not that much behind gap to Matt Taylor and Zabo, and they're turning in some decent times. I'm sure that if Peter can get by Matt, he'll start to close up on Jolicoeur and Werner.
Yeah, maybe you're right. In fact, it would be
Taylor out wide. Zabo's got a run on him on the inside.
Got that spot.
And Peter Zabo makes his stick, and I'm confident that, geez, even off that chicane, Zabo was put a little gap there.
Okay, so Andrew Werner a little slower now behind John Ludden, fighting for position. Inevitably, he's going to be, affected by the aero wash and affected by the pace of these guys on the medium tires. So this is very good, I think, as you said, for Matt Taylor. Who doesn't lack much.
Interesting development coming for P8 and P9. Zach Hefner and David Maros. And David Maros is all over the back of Zach Hefner going through Eau Rouge.
Whoa. Yeah, David.
Whoa. Boy, oh boy. I think Maros has got the in the draft. Oh, side by side there is not good, but
yeah,
not good. That's an understatement. But it looked like Zach has backed off just slightly and said, all right, you want it that bad. I'm not going to wreck at this point of the race. Farther up, we've got Werner making a move on Ludden.
Ludden's on the inside.
Oh, Werner even grabbing some grass there. This is a three-way battle. Joel Corr's in radiant tight behind Andrew Werner as well.
You can be sure that whatever pass Andrew Werner takes, Joel Cor will be right behind him. Wow, what a great race we got here. Werner not looking like Salem. Remember, Salem got up behind these guys before their first pit stop. And we saw him slow down. He noticeably slowed down and just stayed behind him until he did their pit stop. I don't think Andrew Werner has that option because he's now got 3 cars right behind him for position. So surely he can't get everyone to be patient. He's got to get by Ludden.
Well, it's going to turn into a 4-car battle very shortly.
Yeah,
Peter Szabo
really
is closing the gap really fast. Boy, a big late break by Peter going into that chicane there, and it's allowed him to catch up. Now, this battle up ahead is probably slowing these guys down just a tad and allowing Szabo, he's now in the fight.
Now, there's no way Ian Jolacor wants to lose his spot to Peter Szabo, but as far as we can tell, he doesn't want to pass Andrew either. Oh, as Andrew takes the inside there. Yeah, he's going to be on the outside. He's going to hang on to it.
And you called it right, and Ian is tucking himself right behind Andrew.
They're still side by side, and Ludden closes the door on Ian. Look at that.
Oh, man. And
Ian has got to get by or he's going to get past.
Szabo is all over the back of Jolacor now. This is either going to be a fabulous pass opportunity for these two Lambos, or it's going to be one of the biggest
Ian on the
we've
inside.
seen.
Oh, goodness, that looks close.
Oh, and he's got him. He tagged him.
Oh, no.
And pushed Szabo out wide. Szabo's going to take advantage of that and take that spot.
What a mess. Ludden hangs on to 7th, but Matt Taylor got by. Ian Jolacor now going to contend with his teammate, but he's not in the same chat channel. He can't talk to him.
You know, Ludden would probably just love to talk to these guys right now, but I'd like to be the canary listening to that. Listening to that.
Oh, I think it's a good thing that's not possible. So, Jolacor ahead of Szabo, and Matt Taylor on the outside.
Wow. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Taylor saying,
me too, me too. But good on John Ludden. He is now closed back up on the back of Matt Taylor now.
I'll tell you who's happy about this arrangement. I bet this works for Kevin Kirkbride. Except Werner did get free.
Yes. Werner's got some clear air there. He's got Kirkbride in his sight, so he's got a clear sight of Kirkbride. Werner on the softs, Kirkbride on the mediums. Werner turning slightly, you know, got a slightly faster time other than that last lap, but I mean, that doesn't surprise me in that action he was involved in with that three-way battle with Jolicoeur, Szabo, and Taylor. Ian, big bobble. Now, oh, geez. Oh, here we go. 3 wide again. 3 wide. 3 wide. Guys.
Oh, bump. Easy, boys. This isn't good. Oh, Ian swings wide. What was that? Oh, goodness.
Jolicoeur turned around on track. Got some time.
Getting it straightened out here. And that's...
No, but he's losing. Maros goes by. And Hefner closing up on him. But Ludden, Szabo, and Taylor are still duking it out. Here we go. Okay, 2 wide, down the chute, into Eau Rouge. Okay, nutsy cuckoo, guys. Away you go. Ludden says, I don't care about the cut. I'm going to get a run on you.
No.
That was a cut. I'm right behind him.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw it.
So, Ian running a good race there until that lap, 39 kerfluffle. Boy, late in the race to get punched back down there, but that's what happens.
Yep. Kevin Kirkbride really running a great race on the alternate strategy here. It's not going to get him a win. It might not even get him a podium because after he pits, you guys have clear air. But quite a good, clean run so far. Very consistent in terms of his lap times with the those tires.
Nice comment out there from Kenny Hot Rod Rodriguez. I'd love to see out there. Oh, hey, Kirkbride going in. He's in. Oh, geez, you almost put it in the wall going in. He's in the pits. What's wrong with these guys, Kenny? I don't know. Late night excitement is always good.
Okay, so Kirkbride up near the front. See where he comes out.
Again, the guys who have kept it clean have got no repair time. Ludden is in the pits.
Yep, Kirkbride and Ludden on that 2-stop strategy on the mediums.
24-second stop for Captain Kirk.
He's a little long. I wonder if he just has to take more fuel than the others. Anyway, out to 8th, and the rest of the field has to pit once more, so we'll see where he ends up at that point. It's going to be in about 4 laps.
So, Salem, Montgomery, bit of a clinic going on here.
Yeah. He's got about a second a lap on everybody, so yeah. You know, though, everybody's doing quite well. It's a long track, as you mentioned, but we don't have anybody. Even with Salem's impressive pace, we've only got a few guys lapped here, mostly due to actual wrecks. kept it clean for the most part. Other than that, well, we've had some moments, haven't we?
Well, you know, a few drivers have had their moments. There's no doubt about it. There's been some intense racing, but that's what makes it fun. Nothing was game-ending there. That was for sure. You know, it didn't end their race. But man, 3 wide. You know, I'm almost convinced, even though there is room on this track for 3 cars to go wide, sure looks like it anyway, but there's not much more than paint in between those cars when they're 3 wide.
Yeah, that was not a good spot to try and do that.
Good on you, Bjorn Heyman. Lets the leader go through. Timed it perfectly. Way to go.
Yep. It's nice and smooth.
Bjorn
there.
Running in P19.
Zabo makes his way by lap traffic. Wow, it would be really interesting when these guys pit again.
Sam Rolfe in the pits.
Stop on the softs, ain't that something? Must have really been saving those tires.
Dan Thorpe in the pits. And Sam Rolfe gets out just ahead of Jeremy Bryant. Sam in the last points paying position, P16.
Jeremy Bryant looks quick up this hill. Nope, I was wrong. He's in the Ferrari. Sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm not so sure how quickly these tires heat up, but Sam's out on fresh tires right now. And Jeremy is giving him all sorts. Rear view mirror action.
Yep, let's see what else we can watch here at this point. We got Montgomery Jr. in the front as usual. Andrew Werner, P2, about 30 seconds back. Peter Zabo, P3, after fighting his way up from the rear. Matt Taylor is in 4th and may take the challenge to Zabo. Not sure whether he has the pace or not at this moment. David Maros is in 5th. Good run by him as well. Ian Jolicoeur in 6th after that incident, but still well in the points here. It's a good result for him to be a substitute anyway. That is not his everyday seat. Parsons in 7th spot. Kevin Kirkbride is in 8th. Chris Moses in 9th. Sean Ricker in 10th.
Chris has really closed that gap up, so I'll keep my eye on those guys.
Yep, absolutely. John Ludden's in 11th, David Poole's in 12th, Zach Hefner's in 13th, Iggy Chorty is in 14th, Brad Marys is in 15th, Sam Rolfe is in 16th place, Jeremy Bryant, as we mentioned earlier, is in 17th currently, just got passed by Rolfe. or excuse me, Rolf beat him out of the pits. Anyway, Bjorn Heyman is in 18th. Dan Thorpe's in 19th. Omar Gomez is in 20th. Kobus through VA's in 21st. And Al Merriman's still struggling back here in 22nd spot. Lots of gaps here. Looks like the battle for 9th, maybe 8th is the closest right now.
Yeah, and you know that's Kirkbride, Moses, and Sean Rickers join that battle.
Yep.
Lots of black rubber on those Eau Rouge curbs tonight.
Yeah, you got that right. At least 43 times 22 marks there. Times 4. So this is lap 44 that Salem Montgomery is starting. And at the end of this lap, I'm expecting some of these guys on the softs to pit. In particular, Salem himself, Andrew Werner, Peter Szabo, Matt Taylor, David Maros, Ian Jolicoeur, and Aaron Parsons. At that point, Kirkbride should gain about 35 seconds on these guys, which will be enough. Could be enough to get to second. We'll see about that. Oh, what's happening up here? Werner's in the pits. So the pit's a little early. It'll give us a good picture of where everybody else is going to end up. Will Kirkbride get by him?
That's going to be really interesting. You know, you mentioned it before, and it's thrown a whole dynamic in here with this extra fuel capacity, you know, for selection, a strategic selection of your race.
Werner's coming out of the pits, and Kirkbride is coming around.
Jolicoeur in the pits. Moses in the pit. Poole in the pit.
Montgomery into the pits. And he is certainly going to stay out ahead of everybody.
Yeah, and man, he is fast going into that pit lane there, and that's a scary entrance.
Right. Peter Szabo, P2. Coming around the chicane. And into the pits.
He's in.
Matt Taylor into the pits. What you thought about it? David Maros is going to pit. And Parsons as well. At this point, it does not make sense to go any longer.
Parsons in the pits.
Pit stop for these guys. And, oh, Andrew Werner stays out. And the man of the hour is Kevin Kirkbride. Gets by David Maros, Parsons, and Taylor, and Szabo. Not Szabo.
Nope.
And he is in
Szabo
P4.
Out just ahead of him.
P4 for Kirkbride. So he will be battling Taylor and Maros over the coming laps to see if he can hang on to that spot on the medium tires. We will see. With 40 kilograms. He's got his work cut out for him.
These guys are scary going through Eau Rouge.
Yeah.
Well, Kenny's posted up there. He thinks everybody's been smoking a little too much herb tonight. Irie. Smoking a little ganja tonight, boys. At some points, it's looked a little bit like a circus out there, you know, with 2 and 3 wide, some bumping and some NASCAR stuff going on. But for the most part, it's been entertaining. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Kirkbride to catch Peter Szabo, but what a run from the back of the pack to P3 right now. Holy jumping.
No, I don't think Kirkbride can catch Peter Szabo. Peter Szabo is on a soft tire. He's on a newer tire, and he's got the same amount of fuel at this point. So I think Kirkbride has to be worried about the people behind him. With 12 laps and 6 seconds to spare, though, he's looking pretty good. See. Tell you when he won't be letting David Maros by is if David Maros catches him with 2 laps to go. He will certainly not let him by. So we'll see if that happens.
Do you know something I don't? What the dynamics here is way beyond me.
No, I mean Kirkbride wanted P4. Or he didn't want more weight, so at this point, he will be trying to hang on to spots. We won't see him letting anybody by.
Come on. Kirkbride didn't want P4.
Kirkbride
wanted the podium, and he wanted P1.
He wasn't sure.
These guys don't run for P4.
He wasn't sure. He was making a tactical decision. I think it's wise, Jack. I think too much weight on the Glickenhaus was not a good thing, and so he decided. Well, I mean, either way, he had. He did about as fast.
With you there.
He did about as quick on the medium tire strategy as he could. Anyway, I don't think there was anywhere he could have picked up the pace and gotten better. I think this is how fast that strategy was with 40 kilograms of ballast. So.
You know, as a team strategy, that makes perfect sense. But boy, these guys are super competitive. They're going to race for even one position. Believe me, if Kirkbride has the opportunity to take that spot off Szabo, he's going to go ahead and take it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, those guys are competing for the championship, so yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, good little tussle. You know, Sean Ricker is keeping Chris Moses honest back there.
Get him,
Joel Core's trying to reel in Zach Hefner.
Yep, Hefner, another one to watch.
Joel Core may just reel Zach in. You know, as you said, soft tire versus medium tire. Hefner's got 30K on board as well.
Right.
Joel Core's got 0 and fresh softies on there.
Yeah,
so
and he just got his damage.
Look for some action there.
Yep. Joel Core should be moving his way forward at this point from the race from this point of the race onward. He doesn't have to deal with Peter Szabo again. Nobody's going to take him 3 wide, so he should be good. Somebody just set their fastest lap.
Somebody just posted their fast lap.
Somebody just posted his fastest lap of the race, and it wasn't. I don't know. It's not showing me anymore. No, it was Peter Szabo. Fastest lap of the race at 2:17.183. That was it. Wow.
Wow. Hang on to your helmet and your Werner. The Szabo's coming through.
I don't think that Kirkbride will be catching him at that lap time. I don't think Kirkbride can do that on the medium. That's a little extreme. Very cool. So, Szabo picking up the pace here.
Big time. He's got that Corvette in sight.
So, do we have any battles, Jack?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Jolicoeur is
close to Hefner.
Getting close to Hefner.
Keep watching that, as that's within half a second at this point, and Jolicoeur is at least 0.3 faster.
Jolicoeur not really paying much attention to the curbs. He's just driving right over them.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys doing that in the Lamborghini this season. Peter Szabo especially. Of course, we saw it cost him one time. I don't think you were here for Sebring.
No, I have missed a race or two. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you missed the first one. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Wasn't razzing you about it.
Well, as I had mentioned before, it is 3.5 hours for me to get down here to race control.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big deal there.
I know everybody's dying to know. Yes, I got the docks out of the water. I may get a couple of more days of fishing in, but it looks like swimming is done for the year.
Getting cold?
She was chilly this morning, I'm going to tell you. It was hopping around pretty good.
All right, Jolicoeur is so close to having here. We've got 11 laps to go.
Yeah, we're getting ready for some more side-by-side action. 48 laps in out of 58. And the side-by-side is not over yet, folks. Just as an FYI, I think Brad Maris is going to try and steal P12 away from Sean Ricker, although Sean's having a great race.
As you say that, Ian Jolicoeur looking on the outside of Hefner. Oh, it's Brad goes on the outside.
Yep, Brad on the outside and makes it stick. And Sean would do well to try and stay right up behind Brad and follow him around the track, as Brad is pretty clean and consistent on a usual week-to-week basis.
Wow, Ian Jolicoeur takes a risky late-braking maneuver up the inside. It looks like it paid off, though, as Hefner gave him room, and then Ian Jolkor got a better exit out of that corner and is ahead, although Hefner has the inside. And Jolkor's way outside at the beginning of that turn. El Rouge now.
No, you know, after Ian way out wide, trying to, and right up behind Zach.
Yeah, that was a good line there for that run. Oh, Zach all the way to the edge of the track there. Ian's on the inside. And then he's on the outside. No, he's not. He gets in front there. He's going to hang on to it.
You know, Ian in that first corner, you know, he sort of took the middle line, the middle of the road there, sort of closed the door on half. That allowed him to hang on to that there, and I have a feeling that Ian is going to put a little bit of a gap here on Hefner.
Yeah, on that soft tire with the better pace, he should be able to.
Oh. You know, I got to mention it again. You know, 30K on Zach Hefner. So, you know, good driving there, Zach. I mean, that alone is monumental.
Yeah, Podium Hunter's doing really, really impressively today with the weight. Doing just about the same pace as these guys on the soft tires. They're doing longer runs. They've got more fuel on board at certain points of the race. Not anymore. But, you know, great run by these guys. Zabo getting close to Werner for P2.
Not surprising. You know, the lap times alone are showing us that Peter's going to, with 8 laps left, perfect position for Peter Zabo, but what a hell of a run for Peter. Excuse my French here, folks. To come from the back of the pack up to be challenging for P2 here.
I don't know if you noticed, but he's turned to 17.005. So that's just incredibly fast. And it makes Andrew Werner make a mistake there.
Yep, forcing the issue here. Great track position by Andrew, you know, making it very, very hard for Peter to see a way around him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Both cars on the soft and both cars running with 0 ballast weight. Just an FYI, a little farther back, although the action's tight up there for P2, the action is heated up for P9. After Ian got around Zach Hefner, Aaron Parsons in the Porsche has closed the gap and is now putting the heat on back there. I'll keep you updated. Hey, it's tightening up all over. Matt Taylor is all over the back of Kirkbride as well. So some great late racing.
Guys on mediums at this point right now. So yeah, it's going to get very exciting all the way through the field again as this happens. Although Matt Taylor 218. It's the second a lap faster than Kirkbride. Sure.
Zabo, big run on Werner here. Big run.
Big cut by Taylor.
Zabo makes it around Andrew Werner at the end of the Camel Straight.
Matt Taylor thinks better of it for now. Parsons is looking quick. Got a run on Hefner, I believe. Well,
not quite enough, I don't think.
Draft is not enough. Wow.
You know, they always say not to drive, you know, with your face in the rearview mirror, but that's got to be hard not to when. You can't put much in between those two cars right now.
No, Parsons is right on his tail.
And an FYI, just a little farther up, Matt Taylor doing the same thing to Captain Kirk.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one's going to happen first. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on the times. Oh. Parsons using a little bit of the grass there.
Kirkbride and Taylor. Looks like Taylor might have a run coming down into Eau Rouge. We'll see how they get out. Boy, that Glickenhaus went lickety split down through Eau Rouge, though.
Yeah, it did. Looks like Kevin's going to hang on to it for now, but Hefner might not. Oh, Parsons. Using every bit of the road and a little more.
Well, you could say that again. But farther up here, Kirkbride now has David Marosh and Matt Taylor pushing him.
He sure does.
Boy, some great late racing here.
Yeah.
They've really tightened up here. 4, 5, 6. 9 and 10. And Joel Kerr's not too far ahead of Zach Hefner and Aaron Parsons right now. You know, these guys might be reeling him in a little bit. And all the way back for P16. Or P15 actually, Sam Rolfe and Nicky Chordia. Is Sam having looks like he's got his hands full there, trying to fend off Nicky Chordia late.
Missed it, damn it. Kirkbride's in 6th. Taylor and Maros are both by.
Sorry about that, guys. Maros hanging it way out wide there. Taylor through for P4.
It seemed like Kevin had a good idea how to keep those guys behind, but you know, when one of them got in, it was going to be both of them through. He's got a definite disadvantage on the different tire compound there, but it looks like he.
And
go ahead.
We got Hefner and Parsons. Parsons hanging it way out here for Eau Rouge, taking a way different line coming through this time, trying to gain some speed, keeps it on track, but boy, that Glickenhaus, it like goes through Eau Rouge really well. These guys got that figured out.
Yeah, they really do.
But boy, Parsons sure closes up on Hefner in this combination of corners here. A
little tap, bump.
He's a little bump, saying, Zach, like, get on it or get out of the way. The Thunder from down under is really putting the heat on Zach Hefner right now. So this is heated up to the boiling point.
Yeah, as David Maros is looking to battle Matt Taylor for 4th place. Parsons and Hefner still have Parsons just trying to get by Hefner some way. He didn't want to get by him by bumping him. He backed off a little bit after that, but really having trouble finding a spot where Hefner makes a mistake or something here.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure he's looking at every opportunity. We can see he's looking for every way. He's got to stay super tight going through here because that Glickenhaus goes through this Eau Rouge really quickly.
Yeah, it does. Lift. Good line.
Well, this is the best opportunity I've seen so far on the Kemmel Straight. It's almost like there is no, draft in behind that Glickenhaus.
It seems like the Glickenhaus has got a top speed advantage. And that's what we had heard about the Glickenhaus, is it is very fast in a straight line, but Parsons can't seem to get a better line into any of these corners and be able to get ahead. So I'm not sure what he's going to do. After turning really clean laps at this moment, so he's got a challenge. David Maros made a mistake. Fell back to 6th. Kirk rides by him, so that battle heats up yet again.
Well, he's only got, 3 laps to do it in. I know there's only a second apart, but he's only got 3 laps. Once Zabo got by Werner, he's put 3 seconds between himself and Werner, so it looks like if Montgomery, who's 40 seconds out in front, looks like he's pretty much got this one home free unless he has a catastrophe or a little bit of a brain fart later on. Peter Zabo looks pretty good sitting there for 2 and 3 for Werner. So
yeah.
And farther back, for that P15 spot, Sam Rolfe and Iggy Chorty have been duking it out back here. I know we haven't been giving you guys much airtime, but good race in there for P15.
Battle of the Z4s back here. I really do like that car. That's one of my favorites in the car pack, actually. Fun to drive. Man, I like the look of it. And Parsons side by side with Hefner. Oh, side by side. Advantage Hefner. Advantage Parsons. Great job there.
Well, I don't know if there was an advantage there, but good on them not for making contact there.
Yeah, good clean racing there.
Yeah, good on both of them. Definitely, Parsons has put the heat on there. Zach almost put it into the barrier there. put the heat on him to take that position P10 with only 2 laps left in the race.
Zach has quite a challenge behind him now, though, as he's got 3 laps left to turn. And
hey, farther back, we got a side-by-side. Sam Rolfe, Iggy Chordia, down the Kemmel Straight.
Good catch. Oh.
Boy, oh boy.
It's hard to tell when the front car turns in. You can't tell who's ahead at that point.
Good racing, boys. Good racing. Love to see that.
Yeah, and that's...
Oh, and Salem squeezes through.
Salem. I was like, who is that? That is Salem. Just running his race. Speaking of running his race, now Peter Szabo is all on by his lonesome. Andrew Werner is got some lap traffic to deal with, but not much else. As we're settling in, David Maros is coming back up on Kevin Kirkbride.
So, Salem, after getting by Iggy Chordia, and Sam Rolfe hangs it out wide and lets our race leader, well, maybe not, maybe he doesn't let him go. Yeah, and lets him go and tucks in behind. All in all, I'd say lap traffic hasn't been an issue that I have seen.
Right. Sometimes we catch it, sometimes we don't when there's a problem with it. And Iggy thinks to try the outside around Sam, but doesn't make it work there.
Good battling back there, I'm telling you. Now, farther up to the FYI, David Maros has caught up to Kevin Kirkbride.
Yeah, he has.
And Ian Jolkor has caught up to John Ludden, so we got some late race action. Chris Moses has caught up to Zach Hefner. And they're in behind. Hefner's done a good job not letting Parsons run away from him too far.
Whoa.
But now he's got another Porsche chasing him down. Maros on the inside of Kirkbride. Side by side, Maros goes through. Good on Captain Kirk for giving him a bit of room there.
Yep.
Well, you know, just over a lap to go, and it is heating up all over here. Jolkor is now forcing John Ludden to race for that P7 position.
Yeah, those guys on the softs clearly got an advantage at this point in the race, pretty significant advantage. So Salem just started the last lap. Ian Jolkor and John Ludden are on their second to last lap, so we'll see if Ian can get it done before the checkered flag.
Well, all things being equal as they are, Montgomery's going to take the win, Zavo's going to take second, and Werner's going to take third. Pending cut reviews. Those guys all look pretty clean up there, though. But some of these other guys, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Whoa! Ian Jolicoeur and John Ludden take it way wide.
Yeah, Jolicoeur has taken that position away from John. Moses trying to put the heat on Zach Hefner for P10. Well, again, another clinic put on by Salem Montgomery.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to be sure I catch him going across the line because he's so much earlier than everybody else. Chris Moses on the inside of Zach Hefner. I thinks about it. Zach closest to the door. And Salem Montgomery Jr. coming around to finish the race. First place. We'll go back to where the battles are still happening because nobody else is done. Chris Moses all over the track looking for a way around Zach Hefner right now.
Salem clearly, you know, the fastest driver out there tonight.
Yeah, Peter Szabo comes around. He's finishing P2. But we are going to stay right here on this battle until the end because I am not sure that Chris Moses is going to get around Zach Hefner. And I'm really hoping he doesn't try anything too silly here. Okay, so we've had Andrew Werner finishing third, Taylor fourth, David Maros finished fifth, Kevin Kirkbride finished sixth, John Ludden 17th, Joel Core 8th, Aaron Parsons 9th, Zach Hefner hangs on to 10th spot, Chris Moses finishes 11th, Brad Marys is coming around to finish 12th, David Poole will finish 13th, and Sean Ricker is the final car on the lead lap, he will finish 14th.
Well, let's grab Salem Montgomery, see what he's got to say. Salem Montgomery, do you copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
What are you using, AI to drive that car? What's going on out there tonight?
As we discussed, we got a few little secrets we found out about this car and softs, so it was fun.
Yeah.
Boy, you know, start to finish, you had the race in the bag there. You had all sorts of pace over everybody else. Great race, Salem. You showed everybody else how to drive. Spa.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure driving it. Congrats to all the other guys, everyone that's able to finish, because it's not easy. 58 laps. Whew.
Yeah, it was a long one. You know, I was talking to the other guys. I don't think anybody doubted you. Everybody knew you had a trick in your pocket for that one. So, but great run. I mean, holy cow! The finish 40 seconds ahead of second place is no joke. That's not what we usually see around here.
Yeah, I guess my math, as Bjorn said, I'm a math guy, so I guess the math calculated right tonight. So
yeah.
And everything ran smooth, so pretty clean out there. And congrats to even Peter, you know, for starting where he started from and being able to come up through too. And I'm not sure who got third, but I thought I saw Andrew's name up there.
Andrew Werner got third. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Andrew. Congrats to him too. So great drive in that Corvette. That's not an easy car to get going fast. So.
Well, great job, Salem, and gracious comments for your other podium guys. So I guess we'll catch you next Thursday when you'll try and slap another one down.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Jake, it's pretty much as we thought it was going to go. You know, with Montgomery, with the pace he had there. Secrets. Man, oh man, he's got some secrets because I don't think he put a wheel wrong tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. That was an impressive run. Secrets or not, he didn't seem to make any mistakes there, and in fact, even we saw him make some tactical decisions, waiting for guys instead of fighting for position. I think that was wise there when he knew he had the time, he knew he had the pace, so didn't take any unnecessary risks. So great run there by Salem.
Yep.
I think some of those guys could have learned from that strategy in certain parts of the race there, as they got a little impatient behind traffic on different strategies. But we will see what competition committee has to say about that. And
well, you know, as he mentioned, a fabulous run by Szabo. You know, a great run by Werner, and heart goes out to Al, who tragedy struck early, but boy, oh boy, what a trooper. Hung in there to the end. I couldn't do it, but good on you, Al. Thanks to the viewers for joining in, and I'll let you sign her off there, brother.
All right. Yeah, well, we're done. Join us Monday night for the Open Wheel Series. That's Al and Brad doing that broadcast most of the time. Sometimes Kevin now is taking on a broadcaster role, so that's always exciting for Monday. Thursday night, you've always got me and Jack, and next week we are at... Jack knows where we're at next week.
Haven't got a clue.
Me neither. Okay, we're somewhere next week, 9 p.m., the GT Series, the same cars, the same drivers, the same teams, they're battling. And Salem's really mixing it up now at this point. He missed the first couple of races, but we'll see if he can get into the mix in terms of the point standings. We'll talk about that at the beginning of next race.
Nürburgring.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Nürburgring.
All
right, guys.
Yeah, all right, good luck. We'll see you next week.
I don't know what version. Version it is.
It's not an endurance race, right?
But, yeah, it's not an endurance race. Okay, it'll be the standard format race.
All right, we'll see you next week. We're done.